Welcome back to the Cricket Today podcast. We're back for a huge chat about the India versus England final test match and a series wrap as well. So make sure you listen to this wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm your host, Liam McAllion, also known as the Stats Guy. I've got Marcus Bazzano here. He loves talking trash about the English. How you going, Marcus?
Yeah, my eyes are teary after watching that England display.
Teary?
Terrible.
Oh, there you go. We're also here with Leo Mullaly. He's also in the same boat. How you going, Leo?
Yeah, I'm doing better than Bazball. Thanks, Stats Guy.
No, that's very good. Yeah, Bazball might be dead. We might be missing. We'll get into that. So today, as I've already talked about, we're going to cover a convincing win by India against England in that last test. Chat about Bazball, if it's going to be hanging around, we don't know, and debate a couple of nars about the test match as well. So let's get right into it, lads. India versus England, 5th test wrap. Do you want to start us with some scores there, Leo, please?
Yeah, so England batted first, made 218. Crawley with 79 was the positive, and the only positive for that innings. They were pretty abysmal. Yadav and Ashwin were great throughout this test match.
Really good.
For India, spinning them both ways, just all over them. Bit of pitch doctoring, man.
Well, there was, I think we were talking about it when we were in the office watching the start of this test match. The ball was not bouncing every second ball. Maybe, it wouldn't surprise a lot of people if India made the pitch to their liking. It didn't bounce and spun a bit more. But yeah, that's partly why Yadav got a couple of wickets. It didn't bounce. But they still, both teams had the same conditions.
Well, it got him man of the match, didn't it? So
yeah, it did, yeah.
Yeah, and then India 477.
Huge.
Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma with an massive partnership. 110 for Gill, 103 for Sharma. Ooh. England just had no answers, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, India were just superb with the bat, and you think of like the players that they got out as well.
Yeah.
And the fact that they can still win this game by an innings and 64 runs.
It's ridiculous. We were talking about India, the young guns they have coming through. Literally, you can take out half this India team, replace it with their second team, and they're still going to win most matches. I think in India,
yeah.
In other, maybe not in Australia, but I'd still back them in most away countries. The way that they play, they've got so many gun batsmen that can put on a massive score, and then you've got guys pop up in each match. So you've got Jadeja killed it the other match with the ball, Yadav killed it this match with the ball. You got a few other guys killed it in the first test match. They've just got so much depth. It's crazy.
And this is without RCB's best player, Virat Kohli. So.
Oh yeah, is that what we're going to refer to him as? Not an all-time.
Get around the IPL more, guys. Come on, what are you doing?
You're a big RCB.
He's limited to RCB.
Huge Bangalore fan.
Yeah. Is he? He's surely the skipper.
Actually,
or he's not anymore.
Faf to
Faf.
Maybe. Yeah.
There you go.
Maxi's in around that squad as well, isn't he?
Yes.
That's a bloody good team. I feel like,
No, they always come like bottom half.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though they have lots of good players.
They crumble.
RCB. Oh, we'll have to get into that.
Hey,
he can't,
don't chat about my beloved RCB. Who do you go for against that guy?
The Sunrisers, mate.
You remember.
Big Sunrisers fan. I've got my orange kit on the way.
What's the first name of the Sunrisers?
The
Sunrisers.
The Sunrisers. No, Hyderabad.
Yeah, there we go.
I know my IPL.
That's the second name.
What?
The Hyderabad's the second name.
What do you mean? No, it's not.
Sunrisers Hyderabad, isn't it?
Oh, whatever. He said what place is it? I got it right.
I thought you said what's the first. Anyway, let's keep going.
You're trying to bloody
talk about Bazball here, boys.
Let's talk about Bazball. Why not? Ben Stokes. Do you want to talk about the quote from Ben Stokes?
Actually, before we go on that, there was something to look forward to for like England-wise in their bowling innings, and it was Jimmy Anderson being the first paceman and the third only ever player to get 700 wickets. So
it's actually remarkable though that his age is older than how many wickets he's taken.
Yeah, he's about 703. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I was thinking, where the hell is Leo going?
I thought, like, for his age, he moves well for an old lad, and he's still getting wickets and getting that much out of the deck, but
he's an absolute freak. The fact that stat proves that he's the best pace bowler of all time. Not just because he's got so many wickets, but the fact that he's playing so long for a pace bowler. Pace bowlers always break down their back, their shoulders, their arms.
He's broken down a few times.
He has broken down a few times, still comes back. That's an unbelievable effort. 700 wickets because you got, Warney and Mullaly obviously came off 3 or 4 steps.
And one of them chucked it.
One of them chucked it, yeah. Well, I won't name which one chucked it, but one of them did. They did. That was a joke. But that's another point.
One of them chucked it and the other one chucked undies on the floor in the hotel room after the game.
Jeez. One of them is an all-time great and one of them chucked it. But we'll get into that. We'll have to get into that another time. But yeah, Jimmy, that is unbelievable. 700 wickets, and he's still obviously going. It'd be interesting when he retires. What do you guys reckon about that?
Just one thing. Warney set up a great line as well, didn't he? Compared to Mullaly.
Just in terms of bowling? Or, what are you talking about, mate? Bloody hell. All right, let's get into it.
Told to wrap it up.
Let's get into a quote from Ben Stokes. We were talking about Bazball. He said, "We ain't been the pushovers like many teams have looked when they come over there."
434 runs, Ben.
Yeah, he said we haven't been the pushovers, but They got smashed by a record score. Was it 434?
434.
And they got
I hope
smashed by an innings. And what was it? Innings and 64 runs. I think there have been pushovers in this one, lads. What do you reckon?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah,
they have.
I think Stats Guy needs to get more fired up about this.
Oh, I'm just sick of Ben Stokes. If you really want me to, I'm pretty fired up today.
You know what? We love our audience here at Cricket Today, but the person who commented on TikTok is having a laugh.
What did they say?
He said, oh, actually, England have made progress and they're making teams play more aggressive than they would.
They probably are, but
no, they're not.
They're not losing.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not. What about when England bat second and India take their time and hit a big score?
True. They got 477, whereas what did they get in the first inning? Yeah, 218.
Taking their time on that deck. That is bull crap.
Yeah.
I'm calling it out now.
Well, good PG work there, Marcus. I think Bazball, it's got to be changed. They showed in that, the fourth test when Joe Root put his head down, actually knuckled down and played his normal style.
Well, even in this test, and in the second innings, he made 84.
He made 84 again. Just a lot of other guys need to jump back onto that normal test mode because it's not going to work.
Well, we have a look at Crawley. I was listening to, how do I forget his name? The England pundit. Who always
Nasser?
Yeah, Nasser Hussain.
Nasser
Hussain.
Yeah.
He said Crawley's been given out. He's been out 7 or 8 times in the 70s in his short test career so far, and they're just lacking players that are
can go on to that 100.
He'll make that 50, 60, 70, and then he just can't push on and make that century. Whereas, and similar thing with Johnny Bairstow, he always gets out in the 30s.
Get a job.
Ben Stokes sort of similar. If he doesn't make a big score, he makes nothing.
Yep.
And they're just lacking conviction in that batting lineup.
No, you're not wrong.
Am I the only one that still thinks they should persist with Bazball?
I think they should.
Do you think they should? Really?
I think they need to find the balance. I think players like Joe Root and Ben Stokes should play their own game. And I think players like Crawley, Duckett, Bairstow,
they can go hard.
Harry Brook when he plays.
Yep.
I think they're too deep to get rid of the title.
And because if they came to Australia next and they abandoned Bazball, we're like, oh, we're going to win this easy.
But
if
I feel
they
like
play
we would
Bazball,
win this easy.
I feel like it's more of a threat. I don't know. That's just me personally.
I still think we'd sweep them in the series just because.
Probably we'd still win the series. I don't know about sweep. I feel like Bazball's good enough to just I think there is something there with it. They just got to find a balance.
Is Bazball good enough to win a series? That's another question. I think they haven't won one in, what is it, about 8 months or something like that in the test realm, maybe even 12 months. I think it is good enough, like you said, to steal a match. Like they did really well. Was it the first test match? They won against India and everyone's like, oh, Bazball's back and all this stuff. It is good enough, I think, to steal a test in hard conditions because even winning a test or two in India is a great effort because no one beats them over there.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's good enough to win a series unless they're playing at home, I think,
look, it's just the balance because what they're doing now isn't working and what they were doing before isn't working.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know if it's a style of play that will win you like a World Test Championship, which is based over
2-3 years.
2-3 years.
Yeah.
Like it's not a.
What are they now? I think they're third last or second last.
Third, second last.
Which is
and they've played the most, I think.
Yeah.
Or equal with us.
Equal with Australia, yeah. It is a weird, championship table where you got a lot of teams playing. Some teams playing a lot of games and then others playing not many.
I think Bangladesh someone's only played one and they're fourth because they won. Yeah, I think something like that.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Was it Ireland won their first ever Test match?
We didn't talk about that.
Shout out Ireland.
Shout out to Ireland.
Shout out Owen Morgan.
They're winning Test matches while England can't. So they have that over them.
Who was it against? Nepal or something? Or
no, it was Afghanistan.
Oh, Afghanistan.
Yeah, it was
pretty good. Yeah, there you go. So
they got some quality in there.
So are Ireland better than England? That's the next year now.
Well, let's ask Owen Morgan.
Let's see if Afghanistan can beat England, and then we have that.
Okay. Yeah, then we have that cycle. Yeah, okay. There you go. Yep. We'll that's a weird conversation for another podcast.
But we have agreed that England have been pushovers.
I think we all agree that they have. Yep. Leo still thinks they can pursue with it in a different sort of way. Yeah. I agree with that, but I don't think they're going to win a series when they're gone like this. And then, the other one we talked about was India just have the best team in the test team in the world at the moment, I think, as well. When Virat Kohli, is that a... I thought that was
until they reach a final.
They do at home.
Up until they reach a final,
until they reach a final, and then one of our audience listeners on YouTube, I think he
broke down,
he broke down all of the finals that India have gotten to and lost.
That's true. That's true. Because in World Test Championship, you got World Cup finals and things like that. So,
and I don't think you can be the best team if you lose in finals like that.
Fair enough. Yeah. So I think
Australia's
still the best. All right. Fair. Cool.
But
In terms of depth,
Australia still has a lot of improvement.
It is close.
Yeah.
It is close.
It's close, yeah,
Very
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd go India slightly just because of their depth at the moment is insane when they've got half the players out, as you talked about.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, awesome India series win 4-1. It was a bit shaky at the start when they lost that first test. Everyone's like, oh, this could be a great series. India absolutely demolished them. Obviously won by an innings and 64 runs in that last one. So good way. Well done to India and Bazball. I have to do a few changes there. That's Stumps for the Cricket Today show. We'll be back with this later in the week or early next week. So get right around the show. Send in any questions. I think that's it. Thank you, Leo.
Cheers, Stats Guy.
Thanks, Marcus.
Cheers, that's guy.
Thanks to Gerald behind the camera for producing. Thanks to me. And that's another episode of Cricket Today done. We're out.